What up, peeps? Welcome to the Podcast. I'm your host, John Telewa, aka the Kiss Bandit. And in this show, we explore the key elements that shape our fulfilling existence, from health and well-being to financial success, meaningful relationships, and the pursuit of happiness. We cover it all. Our guests include experts, professionals, and everyday individuals who have remarkable stories to tell. Tune in to learn practical tips, gain valuable insights, and discover strategies for personal growth and transformation. Whether you're seeking to improve your health, build your wealth, enhance relationships, or find lasting happiness, we got you covered. Welcome to today's episode. Another amazing episode with a very, very special guest. One of a kind. We haven't had this one on the podcast, and I haven't seen you on any other podcast. I think maybe, just the normal press stuff that you post like on your, is it Instagram?
Yeah.
Yes, because that's where I found you. But in that case, before I even just start with the questions, because I have a lot to ask, just tell the people your name, what you do, and then I'll take it from there.
So my name is Patricia Keruche, but now in my industry, they know me as Keruche the Pool Queen. I'm a professional pool player. Yeah, That's just about it.
Okay. So for one, how do you, in fact, no. I want to go to the title. Let's just start with how you started. How did you get into pool? Just pick it up as a hobby? Did you see it from someone, or what inspired or made you just start playing pool? Because that's one of those things. I used to play a while ago, but not taking it seriously. If you go somewhere with friends for drinking and stuff, I can play. But it's because my friends were playing. But now by proximity, girlies are doing other things like brunch,
I know.
going to get their nails done and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
How did you find yourself just playing pool?
Well, for me, I saw a pool table once back in the village where I grew up, and I always wanted to know what it was about, but there was that bad thing about it. They would say maybe it's not it had a lot of gambling associated with it.
Oh, yeah.
So when I went to uni, that is the first thing I wanted to know. Since back in the village, I was not allowed to come close to it. So when I went to uni, the first thing I did just after my dad had left, let's say a week later, I saw a pool table and I just went there, asked the guy what happens, and he started teaching me. And I took it up as a hobby and actually liked it a lot because I felt like I knew what to do on the table. I would challenge guys. I would win a lot of games. Yeah, and it's been almost 8 years now.
8?
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing. I'm always trying to look for just unique people to bring to the podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just always trying to filter out okay, who should I bring next? Who should I bring next? And then out of nowhere, just your page just popped up, just on my For You page. And I'm like, what? Actually, come to think of it, I do not know in person any girl who plays pool.
Let me tell you, there's a lot.
And that's crazy to me because I don't know.
We have a WhatsApp group that has over 100 girls who play. Ladies women of different ages, different classes, moms, grandmoms.
But how many in total?
Well, in the group, we are about 120 or something.
Okay, but you see, in context to the population we have in the country and what other things that people do, even let's say taking it up professionally or giving each other tips. If you go to any WhatsApp group that has maybe car guys, talking about thousands of people.
Oh yeah.
So 100 is still just a very...
It is, but those are the ones of money to start playing professionally. There's a lot other ladies who play, but are not... I've not been introduced to the professional kind of setup of pool, but there's ladies who play. Well, I would say most don't play professionally, and also most guys don't play professionally. We have WhatsApp groups for pool, and WhatsApp groups that have like over 1,000 people in it who play professionally. Mind you, we also host like tournaments almost every weekend, and we have like numbers. I would say yes, the number of ladies is of course smaller than the men.
Yeah.
But the ladies are there.
The craziest part, that's what I'm saying, it's at times when you're focused on so many other, just your personal hobbies, at times we forget about things that exist out there. And it's so interesting because it's a whole different world in the pool game. Because I think I have one friend who now like just plays pool to, I think something to do with just, his mental health.
Yeah.
It helps him like just calm down and just reset over the weekend. That's the one thing that he actually says, like, I actually just like, I go and play and it actually just makes me feel better. But now with that being said, also like just crossing the line where you're an amateur and now you're actually like now a professional pool player. Did that take too long? Like even you just to master skills, the way you've said, like, people just play. Like if we go somewhere, people are playing.
Yeah.
But how do you cross now to like just professional level? And how long did it take you?
Yeah, so for me, I had played for like 5 years before I came to Nairobi. So before I came to Nairobi...
5?
Yeah, now all I had played since first year until I finished. That is like 5 years until I finished my uni. So when I came to Nairobi...
Wait.
Yeah.
Where were you playing? First of all, we have a lot of time here. Eh? We have a lot of time.
I used to play... I went to Moi University, Eldoret.
That's Eldoret. Okay.
Yeah, main campus. Yeah, and I used to play at a place called Champions. Yeah, there's a local there called Champions.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is where I started. We would play Killer. I know most people that play pool know Killer. Then we used to call it triangle or 7-ball or 7-ball or 8-ball or something like that. But it has a professional name. So I had played for 5 years. When I moved to Nairobi, it's when now I started to realize, oh my God, people actually play these things seriously. There's actually rules to it. People can leave the country and go represent their country outside there and play pool. Like, I now started to realize what it is exactly.
Like
learning
now,
the rules,
yeah.
Knowing there's a federation that governs the sport, knowing that the government actually recognizes the sport as...
In Kenya?
Yes. It's recognized as an actual sport.
Okay.
And that is what we are trying to do, especially now that we are having so many tournaments. We are spreading the awareness. We want more young players to come on board. They start early. You're shocked that I've been playing for 8 years.
8 is crazy.
Some people have been playing since they were 6.
What?
Yes.
Okay, and even just before we proceed with that, like I want us to like just distinguish maybe the difference between... As an outsider, like, let me just call myself an amateur.
Yeah.
How I know pool, how we used to play, and you can correct me.
Yeah.
We used to call it, how can I describe it? I don't know the name for it, but it was like spots and stripes.
Yeah.
So you pick one side, whichever ball goes in first.
Yeah.
And then now you pick if it's spots or stripes.
Yeah.
But what I know, like worldwide, there's something else called snooker.
Yeah.
So is there a difference between pool and snooker? Because snooker is what I have seen like on international level.
Yes.
So is it the same thing or different rules?
So there's actually different disciplines of pool. So we have Blackball. That is what we play in Kenya. And in most of African countries. We have snooker. We have...
Is the Blackball the stripes and spots thing that I've described?
Yes. But now in the level that we play, maybe when you go to a local, you'll find those numbered balls.
Yeah.
But now there's the colored one. Have you ever seen the reds and the yellows? There's blues and yellows. Now in Blackball, I feel like in the local places, they use the ones that are numbered so people can play Killer, Ile Max, if you know it.
Okay, actually, let me not pretend that I know it. Listen.
The one that you put maybe a 12, they put the 12 points for you. You put a 6, they put 6, so you have 18 points. So if you foul, they subtract. So there's that
now
one.
You see, that's a whole different level that, like, for me as an amateur, I wouldn't know.
But that is what is played on the ground. Like,
is that now what you're playing is different from that?
Yes, what we play is different from that. What we play is Blackball. So we have like different colored balls too. Maybe it could be yellow and red. Let's say yellow and red.
So the set of balls are either red or yellow.
Yes.
Okay.
So you have 7, and a black.
Okay.
You know the black.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you choose one when you're playing, and then when you're done, you play the black and win the game.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have different disciplines, as I was saying. There's snooker, there's hay ball, there's blackball, there's pyramid. There's like a whole lot. But now what people know, especially here, and snooker has like a very, very, I think, wameji market vizuri, and they also have like amazing prize funds. That is why it's very popular even on international levels.
Yeah.
We have the likes of Ronnie O'Sullivan, who is very famous and very, very good at it. He's like the god of snooker.
Where is he from? Which country?
He's a white guy.
Okay. Somewhere in Europe there. Somewhere
Yeah,
in Europe
somewhere
there.
in Europe.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we have hay ball. That is from China now. It's Chinese pool.
Okay, and can you play all these different games? Or
Well,
at least if you land, like, let's say you are going, like, just say for a tour somewhere, just like visiting,
yeah.
and then you find yourself in China, can you also actually like just play the game as well?
I've actually tried to play on the hay ball table. It's a bit trickier than the black ball table because the table is slightly bigger, number one. And then the pockets are slightly tighter. So you really have to be accurate.
Also, if you're not accurate, like with your knee, it just bounces on the wall and the ball is out.
Yes. We also have like American pool. And I think it's a 9 ball, there's 10 ball. It's like a lot.
Oh, you see now, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's such a different world from once you start like doing like your research on it. Okay, it's just like intriguing. But like now, what Kenyan professional players play
is blackball.
Blackball.
Yeah.
Okay, and like you've said, because even like on your page, I was just going through and I was like, all these tournaments every other time.
We have a whole calendar.
I just didn't even know like that's something that exists because I think growing up, I just never took it like seriously. But now I understand like it's an actual profession.
Yeah.
But another thing that I've noticed, and maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong again, because like I said, it's a different world that I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a lot of people like in your industry creating content to just create awareness because I think nowadays that's how most people are influenced and shedding light in an industry, informed, knowing about like upcoming events and stuff. Because yes, we can see flyers, but I haven't seen people like, nowadays, like even farmers, I see farmers like, telling you like, I even had like actually a goat farmer on my podcast and he tells you about like just breeding, selling, rearing, all those things. I haven't come across any content related close to pool, but you can correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you're actually very right because most of the players, I would say, millennials, if you get what I mean.
I'm a millennial. What does that mean?
No, like most of them. Okay, well, the people I play pool with are like way older. I would say there's just few Gen Zs. These people are not interested in posting on social media that they are playing pool and this is going on. And that is where now I come in. So and there's also like other ladies who are doing it. We are trying to, sensitize and cut off the stigma associated to the sport. And there has to be a place where maybe I would say we are like the pioneers. We are trying to
you're the first ones who are actually trying to.
We're bringing it out.
Because I was even shocked, like when you said, like, I would love to be on your podcast. I was like, what? I thought this would be like a whole other, because there are people I have to beg. It's like, come on, I know it's just not something that you do.
Yeah.
And that's the funny thing, because even now when you sit down on the chair, you're actually very well spoken, for one.
Thank you.
And two, like you know exactly what you're saying.
Thank
that's why I'm saying, like, you see, for such an industry, I think that's the one thing that I was trying to think. It's like, okay, how comes I haven't seen any content related to this? And another thing that I can just say before I proceed with my other like questions, because I do have like a set, is whoever in your industry right now connects content and whatever they're doing, they might have like a really good money grab on their hand. Because there's nobody else doing it.
Yeah,
there's literally, like, even if you do it like
I think
on TikTok,
like
YouTube.
4 or 5 people who are actually doing it consistently.
Wait, are you doing content related to pool?
Yeah. I'm actually, I belong to, did I say that there are clubs in Kenya, pool clubs?
Yeah.
There's like a number, I think over 16 pool clubs in Kenya, and I belong to one of the most, I would say the biggest club in Kenya, Mchana Pool Club.
I'd say most prestigious.
The most prestigious.
That's what we mean.
Exactly. Most prestigious pool club in Kenya, Mchana Pool Club. It's located along Gong Road, opposite Prestige Mall, at a pub called Mchana Pub and Grill. And there are other pool clubs as well. So I do actually manage their social media, post content on their pages, do streaming for, we have like big games, we have tournaments. So I do stream all that. And we actually get like a lot of people viewing. So in our small world here pool, we have our people, and we're trying to educate other people like about pool, so they can actually appreciate, and maybe more people can make a living out of it, because it's, as you said, your friend said it's helping him maybe wind, relax.
Mental health, they said it's like one of the things, especially for even, I don't want to say young, but even something that you can play with, like even young people, you know, like it doesn't cut off across the age.
Oh my God.
A young person and an old person, they meet on the pool table.
Yeah. One time I would invite you to come to my pool club and see the kind of people who play pool there. We have like, how would I say it? Like people of very, very high
diverse.
Super diverse. We have doctors. We have engineers.
And even class. It doesn't pick class now. That's the best thing about, like, I think,
telling you. And what we were talking about it with a friend the other day, and we're like, there's actually like a lot of doctors and people in the medical industry who play pool in our club. And could it be something, because why are doctors playing this thing? You know, it actually helps you calm down.
To unwind.
You have to coordinate your mind, your
Relax.
eye, your hand. And by the time you're getting out of there, you're chill. Like, kama hakuna hiyo pressure yako, make sure that win and you're playing for fun, you actually have like a good time.
Or if there's a bet in place now, that's I've seen aggressive games. I'm like, hey, wait.
God. Oh my God. The pressure. Crazy.
But even like now, was it hard for you, like, just to get accepted into that community? Because at times, I mean, I'm a guy.
Yeah.
Like, let's just say there's something that we do as men, and it's not like a whole sexist thing. I'm just trying to say, like, you know, when guys see like a girl getting into, like, you know, a hobby or a club that, you know, it's men dominated.
Yeah.
First of all, before like they accept you, to take you seriously, they really have to see like your skills like on point.
Yeah.
Like, was it easy for you to like just blend in with like guys in the sport, or was it?
I would say yes, it was easy. And number one, I'll say God had given me favor, because I just said come to Nairobi, and I was looking for something to do, and I actually just and I was actually traveling, backpacking across the country, because I just finished uni and I didn't have much to do. So I was looking for a community to join,
trying to figure out.
Yeah, just stuff to do. I would go for Kizomba nights. I was just all over the place. And then I figured someone connected me to a certain link, and they were registering, people were registering to go participate in qualifiers for the national team. The national team was supposed to go outside the country to represent the country.
For pool?
Yeah, for pool. So someone sent me a link, and I just registered, and someone reached out to me, and I joined a club. My first club was actually Kasarani Pool Club. It's just opposite the police station if you want to play in Kasarani. And they really have, like, my first captain was MC Minor. So I started playing with them, and then now I moved because I got work at Mchana Pool Club. And you know, you really have to be good. Now I moved there for work, and I started now playing with them until now I joined the club officially. And they're really nice guys, I would say. Other guys, I would say I played in other locals. Not all men are friendly, especially if you're really good on the table. Not all men actually take losing politely. Some people,
to a lady, or like
to
just
a lady,
to everyone?
No, to a lady.
That's what I was trying to ask. By the way, I was just like,
someone would ask to play with you, and then they'll tell you,
please, please
go easy on me. I'm like, come on, nataka kucheza si tucheze, mbona like unataka nipunguze game ndio tujibambe.
Surely, true.
Yeah, but now playing, I'm so blessed and grateful that Mchana Pool Club is very accommodating. The guys there are very accommodating. You could play with anyone, the best, an amateur, anyone. You can just play with anyone there, and they'll actually help you, teach you. And most clubs now that play professionally, I would go to Nakuru, and there's a pool club there called Chili's. I'd go there and play, no problem. I'll go to Mombasa, there's Nest Lounge there. I'd go to Athi River, there's Zazu. Now these people we've known each other, and now they've started making the environment safe for ladies to play comfortably and to interact with the men comfortably. And now the guys know we play professionally. Si mchezo. So wanajua, like they put some respect to your name hata wakienda kwa meza juu wanajua unaweza pigwa.
Because I was talking to my friend, that friend of mine, right?
Yeah.
The one who plays pool. And I asked him like, yo, you're the only one who I know who plays pool. Like, yo, have you seen her before? He's like, yeah, I think I know her. She's actually very good. So listen to what I was telling her. I was like, yo, I don't think there's a girl who can defeat me in pool. No. That I'm just saying, like, I'm saying how guys talk.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm like, is she really that good? And then my friend's like, yo, actually, she's done like some kind of tournaments. And I was like, okay, first of all, I'll get her to like the podcast. And then after the podcast, we have to do like a game. But not like for me to try to beat her, but just to showcase like us. No, listen.
Are you sure?
Listen. Like it's a small vlog to just showcase like people who, because I do content and I actually challenge people, because I went through your page and I was like, okay, I haven't seen her do something similar to this. So how about like I go out with her and actually like now before her episode comes out or when her episode comes out and show people actually just... Because my demography is also like completely different. I can tell you for a fact. Yeah. None of the people like from my audience like actually, I don't think they play pool.
Do you know Ajib? You know Ajib, right?
Yeah.
Ajib plays pool. He's good.
She's good at playing pool.
Yes. One time I went to Asia, they hosted an influencer conference, I would say. Yeah. And then I met Ajib. You know, I feel like I'm meeting a celebrity and stuff. And Ajib is like, I know you. Yeah, like, you're the lady that plays pool. Yeah, we were supposed to meet up and play, but it has never happened, I hope. Ajib, when you see this, I need a challenge, Ajib. Wait. Also, Rono plays.
Is she good?
She's also good. Another person that plays Elodie. You know Elodie?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's...
Wait, okay, listen. There's playing, but are we talking about people who can actually play pool?
What I know is Ajib is really good.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I definitely like, after I beat you, I can beat her as well.
Well, I'm not sure if you
beat me. Listen, I'm not those people who's going to negotiate behind the scenes. That's like, okay, please, the episode is coming out next week, please. No, but I'm just saying, for me, it's interesting because I would want to experience, and remember, I'm coming as an outsider. I'm not somebody who plays professionally every other day. But I think like even just for people to watch, like from my demography and just understand, trust me, like there's so many other girls like right now, the way you've said, remember when you're that girl who had finished uni and you're trying to figure out, trying to build a community or even just trying to find something to do on the side. Yeah. And there's somebody who's just like, they might just bump into it. You know, those people who you introduce them to something and it's just like second nature to them. You just find them like they're good. You've been playing probably for the longest time and then you see somebody playing, you're like, wait, I've just played for like 2 months and you're like, what?
I've seen people played for 6 months and they're really, really, really good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing like just if it's influence we're talking about, that's where content comes in.
Yeah.
Somebody can just watch and be intrigued. There are so many different people that can be, especially now, the day and age we're in, I think a lot of people are finding it very hard to just find a safe space, to reboot, build a community, and even find a community.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like when you're playing pool, someone like you, were other of your friends, like female friends who are close to you, are they interested in what you're doing, playing pool?
Yeah, some were.
Oh, really?
Some were, but now the problem is most... playing, especially now playing in uni, most ladies walikuwa watu wanapenda sherehe.
Of course, that's what I'm saying.
But now for me now sherehe yangu ni hiyo. Since I
don't, like when people are partying probably on the side, you are there like on the pool table. I'll ask if
you're going out, like kuna pool table mahali tunaenda. Kama kuna like...
You know now it's just going to be like, what will I do sasa?
Like, I know. But yeah, I think the gap yenye umesema yenye iko ni hiyo influencing people, creating content around it. And unaona saa kama mtu kama Ajib, she's influential, right?
Exactly, yeah.
But people might not know that side of her.
I've never seen her on a pool table, apart from just maybe the dances.
Yeah.
I've never seen her like.
So that is actually the space that I want to take up. That is why I call myself Keruche, the Pool Queen, on all social media platforms.
Yeah.
And I just want to go with it because mi nanajua Kenya hii sport imenifanyia. As you said, it has taken like, it has helped me in my mental health, just relaxing, calming down, and actually being able to make a living out of it, something that I enjoy doing. It's a blessing.
That's also something that I want to get into.
Yeah.
Like this, are you telling me this is the only thing you do and it's sustaining you like?
For the last 2 years, yeah.
I wanted to ask you like, okay, so what's the other job that you're doing? And then now, because I know you do pool, but what other job do you do?
Yeah, I actually play pool full time. Yeah. I went to school, studied journalism and communication, so I'm a journalist.
Okay, no. Hold on. Hold on. Now, okay, now I think you're playing too much. You know why?
What?
Because you have professional skills for everything that I'm talking about, like even when it comes to content creation. And that's why I think you'd be a very good, listen, I think you can make a lot of money because
I want to make a lot of money.
For one, like you've said, like even when you come to the content creation space, think about it. It's very hard for people to find something unique that nobody else is doing.
Yes.
There's get ready with me videos. There's like, okay, doing like the shopping hauls, doing like cooking videos, restaurant
dancing,
reviews.
Yes.
There is no pool content in Kenya. Listen.
And that is what I'm bringing.
Listen, I'm just telling you, if you don't get in there right now, and some other people get influenced and just say like, okay, let me get into it. Because think about like even you grow that platform or those platforms in different ways. Mm-hmm. Any important announcement will be coming through your social media platforms. Yeah. And we all know like right now, like even the budget cuts, not budget cuts, just the budgets that a lot of companies are putting aside. Yeah. First of all, like women empowerment. Yeah. We can't compete with that as guys. Number two, if you have that social media platform and they know like, if we want to announce through nannies, they will already have a budget for that. Like forget about like coming to an institution. There is now coming to you as an individual, as a personal brand. And then they can tag along maybe the institution. Yes. But they'll just know, okay, just go to the Pool Queen. That's why if you need to announce anything pool related, make sure she's involved. So when they're putting budgets for like, okay, advertising firms, nini, and all these other places, they have a budget here just for like, just because of your social media platform. So I think, especially if it's something that you've studied, I think that's a very strong thing that you can add, like just to
incorporate with whatever I'm doing right now.
Because like, let's say, that's why I was saying like even for your page, right? Yeah. Yes, I do see like a lot of closely, related pool content. Yeah. But the videos I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm sure you're thinking about them. Yes. But I'm 100%. Not seeing them here yet.
I know, yeah.
So even when you're doing like, I think what do you call them? Is it press tours when you're advertising something that's coming up and stuff? Mm-hmm. I'm sure you used to go and talk to like whether it's an interview being done on TV or radio. Yeah. So even behind the scenes of that, all those things play a really key or major role to how people like get more information about the industry that most importantly you're trying to shed light on. Yeah. So I don't think you should take that for granted because the budgets are there. Yeah. The community is there. Yeah. They just don't know yet. Yeah. Especially for somebody like me. If I wasn't aware, that's crazy because I try and know everything. Everything and everyone.
And pool is the most played adult sport. Like almost every guy, everyone knows. Hakuna malutendo kwa pool table. Yeah.
Or even somebody can't, like even if your friend doesn't know how to play, be like, let's just play one and you buy time and then we can relax.
Yeah, so I get what you mean and I'm going to capitalize on that.
Okay, so now even with that on social media, are you active on TikTok?
Yeah.
And how's just social media used for you and just pool correlated? Is it do you get inspiration to create like content based towards what you love doing? And how's like just that journey, figuring it out, whether it's cameras, videos, like what kind of content are you trying to?
Well, most times I will talk about maybe the upcoming events or tournaments. I'll post videos of me playing pool. They actually get like a lot of traction. Let me give you a short story. One time I posted a video and I captioned it, "Kama unajua unaweza nipiga pool, pin location." There was over 1,000 comments of guys pinning their location. They're like, kuja,
challenge,
kuja. So then I was looking for something to do on my social media because I used to dance. I used to do like these other things zenye watu wengine walikuwa nafanya on social
when
media.
you're still playing pool?
Yeah, that was like, I would say like 3 years ago. When now I was looking for something to put me out there. When I was looking for something to like come out as a brand.
Okay, sorry to interrupt you because I have to, because I think also I've said this on the podcast enough times. At times we go looking for other things, and forget like the thing that's right in front of you here
is what
that's what makes you stand out.
So when I posted that video, it got to like over 1 million views.
1 million?
Like, yes, I was like, this is what I want to do. Ajib actually commented on that video too, because now it started showing me like, oh, people are actually interested. This is something different. This is something unique.
Yeah.
And now then I started now looking for a name I would call myself. And it's actually like pole too, I've been putting myself out there, but I know what you said. Like I need to now be serious about this kind of content because I've already seen it's something that people are interested in, and especially if a lady is playing. Yeah. Anytime I post a video of me playing pool, it has to go viral. It has to go viral. Unlike a video of a guy or even a video of guys playing. I think it's something unajua pia for men it's something to do with the ego, anataka kujua amekaje mpira kama ameka hiyo mimi najua kuweka hii, najua kufanya hii, najua kufanya hii. So
I'm telling you, I'm just trying to understand, like, even for, I'm trying to think, I haven't never played pool with a girl who knew how to play pool, if that makes sense. So it's always like trying to teach, and it's those ones of like, Sasa, can I get at least somebody who can play pool by there? Like, just hit the ball. It's just easy. It's just like aim. Just at least try.
It also feels like that when I, as a lady, plays pool with a guy who's around my child.
Oh, it's frustrating because you're like, at least try kidogo.
I know.
I see the effort.
I know.
So I'm just saying, like, that's something like even like on social media, all those things are just like good quality content because people can see like even just transformations from maybe when I start playing pool from month 1 to month 7 and the difference that it makes.
Yeah.
Now, and even with that being said again, like what other opportunities would you say like maybe just pool has created for you, whether it's through social media, whether it's challenging people through social media, or just like maybe somebody saw you on social media and just presented something that's different or even just related to pool?
Yeah, so you see with what I do now, marketing these tournaments that come up, people have reached out to me to do to market their businesses for them because I have like a production company that we do like advertisements for people, promo videos.
Wait.
Yeah. So as I said, I manage Mchana Pool Club's social media pages. Yeah. So people have reached out for me to do something for their businesses.
You do that as because you study it as, so you see all these things are coming into.
So you see there's also like people now when they see you, they know everything is pool related. Sa imefika level yenye if someone wants to host a pool tournament, they reach out to Keruche the Pool Queen, I'll do a video and people will show up.
Hey, listen. I respect that. Okay, now have you gotten an opportunity to go maybe to different location, places that you never expected just because of like the pool opportunities?
Yeah. I have gotten that, but now I'm a bit cautious because it's not always as safe, I would say, because people can reach out to you sometimes even on social media. Anyone can reach out to you and they're like, kuja tucheze mali flani or kuja we do this and this and this. And something happened to me 2 years ago. Someone called me to go play in their local. They wanted me to check out their local and just play a challenge. and I think they had other intentions. So I no longer do that unless I'm with someone.
What do you mean? First of all, like I said, we have time here. We still have time.
It's
what
the first time I'm going to talk about this, but it's like these guys kind of dragged me.
Wait, what?
Yes. So they called me, we played a challenge, and then suddenly unajuanga ile feeling yenye wasa wana describing it au mtu akitaka kuibiwa. Sijui unaanza kuwa dizzy, sijui unaanza kufanya nini.
You can't feel yourself.
I think those guys did that to me because certainly nilikuwa na njaa. I personally don't drink, I don't use alcohol. So I was very sober, nimekula, nimeshiba, niko sawa, but suddenly I started feeling dizzy. And when I started feeling dizzy, these guys were suggesting to take me home. They're like, oh, tuko na gari ucha tukupeleke nyumbani. But now uzuri I called someone who I trusted and they came and picked me up. Unajua I passed out for like 10 hours straight. Nilifika kwa nyumba nikalaladi na viatu.
10 hours.
Nilianguka na sikuamka. Niliamka the next day.
No, your friend made sure uko.
Yeah, alinifikisha kwa nyumba. But now like alinifikisha tu nikaingia kwa nyumba nikazima.
Okay, so wait. So when this is happening, didn't tell your friend like I feel like there's something wrong?
See, I called them and told them I feel like I'm passing out. So nikujia niko mahali fulani akanikujia.
So kufikisha kwa the house.
Akanikisha kwa nyumba nika pass out.
Okay,
so
now you
later
see,
on I was thinking about it, I'm like these guys walikuwa na insist kuni drop. So wanajua kenye walikuwa wamefanya. They had asked whether I wanted something to drink. I refused. Nilikuwa nimetoka meeting nyingine, nimekula, nimeshiba, nimekunywa. I just came to play pool. I didn't want anything. Yeah. So when these guys ni kama wali notice this one is not gonna take anything. Unajua hata hao si lazima mtu akupe kitu ukunywe. They kind of touch you with that kind of thing.
I don't talk to people in town, imagine.
But you've had people talk about mtu alimguza.
Hey, I'm just somebody said hi, evil.
Imagine.
Gone.
So me imagine sasa niliwasalimia hadi nikawahug.
Hey.
Alafu wanaanza kuwa too over concerned. Later on now thinking about it and sharing it to some of my close people, they're like, you're
lucky, first of all.
Idea, you made that call very fast, and you didn't trust those guys. Anything could have happened to you.
Okay, and I think that's also like another thing that I wanted to ask, because you see, like even for most, I think, and you can still correct me if I'm wrong, most pool activities and events will always evolve around past five, like from 5. Cool. Yeah, no. So most of the tournaments and all those things takuwa ni time ya sherehe or nightlife.
Yeah.
Because even if we're talking about like doctors, see, during the day they're working, lawyers they're working, engineers they're working.
Majioni ndio wanatokea.
Students and everybody's like towards the evening. And even in the evening, at times, to be honest, you just have like the purest intentions. Yeah. But the nightlife does invite like also a lot of negative and strange people with bad intentions.
Yeah, and it's crazy like that. And I know for all my ladies who play pool, they have had conversations with them. Almost each one of them has that bad experience.
Really?
Unajua mara ngapi nacheza pool, umeinama unacheza pool, mtu anakushika. Like,
okay, first of all, there's some things. Okay, so we are sanitizing the environment and the sport and everything, but kuna of course tu wale watu. There's just those people. Yeah. Kuna wale watu mtu atakuangalia kwa like, when I tell people I play pool professionally, kuna wenye wananiangalia zile za okay, like hiyo ni jina ya kusafisha rada. What do you mean like
professionally? Like mtu anashangaa unachezaje professionally. So when you go to these other places, then you say hawajajua that pool is an actual professional sport.
Yeah.
Kuna vile they look at you, kuna vile wanakujudge, kuna vile wasengine hawakurespect, but it's amazing that now the industry is growing. Like we have so many people on board. Unezenda mahali like ucheze pool, mtu anakuza unajua blackball. Kama unajua blackball, unajua kucheza professionally, and they kind of respect you and kind of also protect you. But you can also go to these other places zenye watu watambui, watu ni wako rogue, watu unapiga mtu anataka kukupiga. There's a time in uni nilipiga mse akaanza kuniambia mademu wako home, like sai mademu amelala, they belong home, unafanya nini nje? Because alikuwa ameplace bet akalose. Imagine even like broke his beer akatupa chini juu alikuwa amekelea pesa. na mtu alikuwa ameniekelea pesa nikampiga akamekasirika. So it's nice, and there has to be a starting point, and those are some of the sacrifices as pioneers that lazima tuzimake. So when these other young small girls wanaanza kulearn sport, like the sport itakuwa imefika mahali yenye inakuwa respected. True. Because you see in these other countries, in western in these western countries, utapata msee mtu alianza kucheza pool like you're 5 years old. Like that is what they've grown up doing. Their parents ama someone in their family is a pro. Let me give you an example of Uganda. Uganda is setting pace for the pool industry because for them, I think pool imefika a different level than us, and we are trying to catch up. We have also South Africa. In Uganda, people have like managers. Like mtu ako na manager mwenye ana manage like sport wise. Kila kitu anafanyiwa. Like if they need to go play somewhere,
they get a call.
Yeah, they get a call. Manager anashughulika vile utafika huko, kama ni ndege unalipwa ndege, unaenda tu kucheza pool. Tunataka kufika level skies. When you meet with these Ugandan teams, they have like a national league. So there's like clubs from paka mashinani watu wanacheza pool. When they come for tournaments, unapata msee amevaa brand ya company fulani, kama ni hotel, kama ni nini. So they're setting the pace, and it's amazing. And when you go there now, the young kids, because they are seeing these older pool players driving nice cars,
taking it seriously,
living a good life. Now they want to do it to do it for a living. Na hiyo ndio mali tunataka kufikia. Like ikifika mahali pool players wanaweza earn a living, like kabisa brands wanaweza cooperate na sisi, wanaweza collabo na sisi, unapata mtu anatengeneza pesa mzuri from the thing that they are doing, from the sport that they are doing. It will be easier to mentor the young kids. Juu sasa interest itakuja. Mse ataanza kudevelop interest, like, I can actually make a living out of this. Because they try doing it and they realize they are good at it and they take it up.
But you know how we can do this? It's content. It's just content.
I know.
All these things, imagine right now, they just tie down to content. Because trust me, now I had like, and even an example, it's like, there's this lady, her name is Queen Arrow. Now she's into video games. And that's also like a whole different, like just community. And I had her on the podcast. Because now we are talking, because even for me, I just bumped into her at Sarit because like there was a game convention. I was like, let me just go and see, because I got a PS. So I see it's a whole different community. I'm like, hey, the person who's number one, who's won, it's a girl. I'm like, hey, this is not possible. At least, I know. And this is like the man in me. I'm just like, how is this possible? Because as guys, we play video games all day. When we are kids, that's what we do.
And you wonder how...
This tournament in Nairobi, the person who wins, it's a girl. And Kwanzaa, it's like a fighting game. So I'm just like...
Damn.
So in my head, I'm just thinking like, maybe these guys are not as good as they don't practice. Because how has she won? So I invite her to the podcast. And we start talking and everything. But now the funny thing, she's been invited to countries like Saudi Arabia to play with the Prince Huko or something. Yes. Video games, I don't know, is it Romania? I don't know, Dubai. I don't know where. All these places. Why? Just because she can play those video games. As a girl. So now I'm just trying to think. And even something like pool is broader. I think, should I say it's broader than video games?
Oh yeah, because
and
now most
it's also accessible.
Yeah,
because video games, you have to have like a certain budget. No, either middle class or rich kids. Because
kuna pool ya 20, kuna pool ya 50 bob, kuna pool ya so...
Very true.
Actually, I want to give a shout out to my friend Anita PR. She's also played, she's gone to Russia to play, I think, Maratatu. She's so good. I would shout out Jackie, Doreen is another lady that she's actually the vice president of All Africa Pool Association. She's
Kenyan.
She's Kenyan, yeah. She's a lawyer by profession. She also plays pool very well.
What?
Yeah. In the tournament that we just finished this last weekend, she came third. I want to shout out to Jackie. She won the tournament this last weekend. She's the one that beat me in the tournament. There's Stella. There's like a whole lot of ladies. And I hope one time we can do maybe a video. I can invite all these ladies so people can actually see. Like your demographic can see that there's actually ladies who play pool. Very pretty ladies. Very learned ladies who play pool and take it up professionally. So yeah.
Another thing, and even with you saying that, that's what I'm saying. Like, you see, like, when you see the excitement when you're talking about, like, just that tournament that happened and the ladies who were involved and stuff. Is there a piece of content for that online we can see?
Yeah, I'm actually I've been posting some on
Yeah.
Mchana Pool Club.
Yeah.
And there's also like, I take a lot of videos, so I'm going to be editing and posting
okay,
this
that's
week.
good. That's good. I think that's why I'm saying like, it's just the small things, because you see like, the way you've said, like, that's somebody who's a lawyer.
Yeah.
And trust me, there's somebody else who's thinking like, hey, by the way, what should I be doing like part-time? You know, once you get, when you're in that 8 to 5, I don't know have you ever done anything close to 8 to 5?
Nah.
Trust me. It's just one of those things. Me, I did. I did.
Once,
I did for like 7 years.
And I didn't like it.
I did 7 years. Exactly. Like right now, I'd just tell you, like, by the way, when you're in that environment and you find something special to do, like on the side, because even my friend, he does like a regular 8 to 5, and just having something special on the side like that, where you're interacting with different people, because like you said, on a pool table, if you're playing like, let's say 10, 12 players, like when you're doing like, is it the knockouts until you get to like the last two?
Yeah.
All those people are from different backgrounds, different classes, different like professionalities. You get to interact with different people. There's somebody, maybe they're having relationship problems.
Yeah.
You know, when they're playing pool, they're talking about such things as well.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, by the way, like home, like right now.
I know.
Okay, like you play. So I think it's just a very interesting space for people to, it's, because soccer, you can't do that with soccer. You can't do that with basketball.
And then it's not a physical sport.
Yeah.
So most people enjoy relaxing.
Chill a bit, relax.
Yeah, chill, maybe have a drink or something.
Sip something. Talk even when we're playing.
Yeah.
Other sports, it's like physical.
Imagine
There's no space for that.
I've gotten like an opportunity to play someone like Babu Owino severally. He comes to play at Mchana. He comes to play. We have members of parliament who come to play at Mchana as well. So it's a broad community. It's an amazing. You learn different stuff from different people. Yeah. Yeah. So
when you're playing with Babu Owino, do you let him win or do you?
He's never won against me. Babu, you've never won against me. Well. If you want a rematch, yeah. Uzuri ni when it gets to a certain level, professionalism, like hakuna yo ati utamwachia juu yeni babu.
Hey, listen. Some people are just let them. Okay, by the way.
No, and they actually enjoy. Unajua sangine, I feel like hata these people when they come to play in such places, hawataki ati sasa tu kuna hiyo kafeva ati juu yeni nani. Yeye pia anataka kuenjoy kucompete na wewe. So you have to give them the competition.
Yeah, they want to see like, okay, does this actually now let me see the skills. He's really good.
Seti juu mimi nampiga ati si.
Oh, he's good as well.
Oh, he's good. He's very good. It's very good. So it's amazing. And for everyone that is watching this and you enjoy playing pool, Blackball is the thing right now. You can't participate in a tournament kama haujui Blackball rules. So find a club. There's clubs all over. Like, I'm so sure right now, hakuna mahali utaenda like a big, uwezi kuja Ngong Road ukose club. Thika Road kuna clubs mingi. There's another one, pale Red Spot. There's
and when
it was Sibuti.
When you're saying clubs, you're talking about like a night club or a club?
A pool club.
Okay.
So you would, kama sasa utaenda kwa venue, utaenda mahali kuna pool table, utapata kuna community hapo, kuna wase uchezanga pool hapo, so they form their own club.
You know, I've never seen any, I don't think I know of any club, even one for pool. I know where I can get like pool tables, but pool club, that's what I'm saying, like, this information needs to be out there by the, because like for me, I've told you, I try and know everything. Yeah. I was asking my friend, in fact, like even today I was asking, I asked him like, are there any questions that you want me to ask her, by the way? Let me see. So actually you've already answered that. So, I told him like, I was hosting you, like, does he have any questions?
Okay.
So he asked about like, are there any rules that are different from?
So the rules are actually like way different, far apart from each other. One time when I went to Spice FM and I was talking about the rules, nikasema by the watu wamezoea kucheza local, ukikuja hii side ingine ya professional uone vitu zenye zinafanywa huko, unabakingi ukishangaa ni nini tunafanyanga huko kwa local, like inakanika mnachezanga kalongo. Do the kind of the rules that apply there, unajua tuko hadi na maref kwa game ya pool.
No, that's
tuko na referees, mse mwenye ana call foul kama kuna foul, kama unajua kuna jonga unaweza cheza white ingie. referee ndiye anakuchukulia white akuwekelee juu ya meza
so
kabla ucheze. Yeah, so there's I mean like maybe I can give an example of 2 rules. Okay. Unajua kwa ile local ukienda kucheza una break mpira ingie. Hiyo imeingia ndio utaanza nayo ndio unacheza. For us ukibreak number 1 lazima mpira more than 2 zipite half of the table
coming this side.
Enye imeingia haijalishi ni gani imeingia. Unless black imeingia kutafanywa re-rack zitafunguliwa tena. Enye imeingia haijalishi, now you have to start the game afresh. So lazima uchoose moja upot. Usipopot mwenye anakuja akona opportunity ya kuchoose anything anataka kwa hiyo meza.
Now you see those are basic things that I don't think like as locals not locals, as just kienyeji we wouldn't know.
You see how mtu anaeka white alafu unasikia kuna carry forward sijui unacheza mara 2 mara 3.
Yeah.
Mtu akieka white for this instance kama mtu ameka white na unafaa kucheza black, you'll play the black twice. Yeah, you can play the black twice and you can actually play. Unajua vile mtu anaweza weka white alafu kuna mpira wako iko behind the line, the bulk line, alafu mtu anaenda kutafuta hiyo mpira na the other side.
Yeah.
In the international rules you can play behind the bulk line. So utachukua hiyo white uweke tu hapo ucheze hapo.
So if you were to advise somebody who wants to try and at least get in the professional line, or at least practice for that, you'd advise them to join definitely a club, because
club, yes.
Locals you
utalan rules better silo unalan na watu because you'll make a mistake. Kuna vitu zingine always explain. There are other rules that I'll have to see you make that mistake. Nikwambie now you don't play like that. You play like this in this instance. There's something called like a push shot. I don't know how I'll explain to you a push shot. I have to see you making that push shot. So I can tell you that is a foul. That is called a push shot. Then when you're in this situation, this is how you play it. So the rules are there and they are very, very different from what we play in the local. But most people, I would say, now are learning the rules. I remember one time I went to a certain local and I was trying to talk to them about tournaments and stuff, and they were a bit nyi mcheze hizo tournaments zenu, hiyo pesa mnaenda kuchezea siku 3, si tunapiganga mtu hapa gambling tunashinda na siku moja. Guess nani wako kwa clubs hadi wanachezea teams, those same people.
The same people.
Yeah, because now you feel like you're missing out and it's moving very fast.
And there's structure now to this one. See, at sasa it's just nani yako the structure, timetable probably.
Yes. We have like sites zenye tunatumia. There's something called challenge to do the draws. We have something like Q-score to do the draws.
Yeah.
So I am going to put in the work and try to educate people on social media about these things because it's a very interesting sport. It's something there's this guy that went viral on X during what is the name of that guy that hosted the president on X?
I've forgotten. During Maandamano?
Yeah, that guy that got like backlash and he host Prezo.
What's his name? I've forgotten his name. It's been that long. It was just recently.
Yeah,
I've already forgotten. What about him?
He had posted me on his X account. Now, before the Maandamano thing, he had posted me and he's like, "Nani anaweza challenge you, damn nini." And that photo it was just a photo of me playing pool and it went viral. And among the comments were parents talking about, I want my kids to learn this sport. Because now kids are on gadgets all the time. Yeah. Kids are on screens all the time. And I'm so happy that the parents right now are trying to invest in sports zenye zitatoa watoto wao kutoka kwa gadgets and start using their brain, mind, and trying to exercise their eyes and hands, coordination, nini. So it's an amazing sport, and if you look at it vizuri, positively, it would impact your kid, especially for kids. You know, right now for adults, we play to relax and everything like that, but for kids, it's like chess almost.
Yeah.
Jusi kugonga tu hizo mpira, there's a lot of mathematics involved.
Yeah.
Tajonda pegele mpira huko, white itenda huko, white haitaingia ndani. Sijui nini tafanya. Kuja tu a professional game uone wase wakimaliza game na 50 seconds. Mtu anapot mpira zote 7 na anaeka black in 50 seconds na utasimama ana break anaeka kila kitu ana win game kama umekaa.
You are opening hivi soda, by the time you take your first sip unaona 2 balls remaining.
I am telling you, it's amazing to watch, and we're gonna have actually it's been proposed that pool itakuwa kwa Olympics very soon, so it's something to start.
It's not
right now. It's not gonna
snooker?
be. No, hakuna discipline ya pool yenye iko kwa nini.
That's unfortunate, because now if you think about like the international level, how I've seen like people play. Ones are like even just the dress code. Guys are always in like
a half
nice.
coat.
By the way, that's why I'm saying like if you think about like internationally how, and I think, have you traveled anywhere overseas?
No, I have not.
What?
Yeah, I have not. But
Okay,
I've gone to Uganda and I've
No,
seen
no, no, no,
people
no.
play.
No, let me tell you
In
something.
Uganda can play pool na open shoes.
By the okay. Oh yeah.
Like
And yeah, sandals. You just walking na sandals.
Huwezi walk in na sandals ucheze, huwezi cheza na t-shirt. You
But
have
let
to
me
have
tell
an
you.
official shirt
No. Hold on.
and trousers. Yeah.
So I don't know how you'll make it like Nini to get to just be able to do like a tour and all those things. But with the knowledge that you have, and you know, you're just like an African girl, you have these skills, you're well spoken. You land anywhere in Europe with those skills that you possess. I know right now maybe it seems like it's all fun and games and Nini, but you land in the right places when you're there.
Yeah.
And just play 1, 2, 3, 4 games.
Yeah.
And it will change your life completely. Because now there, like that's the same thing that I was telling about, like this other girl who gets invited in all these other things. Because now the same way we have clubs here, somebody would be like, oh, okay, we know you're from this place, and trust me, they will be flying you out there to go and play.
Yeah.
And another thing, the way that I've said, that's why like even just with your social media, don't take it for granted because it only takes one post.
Yeah.
It only takes, because I think at times in Kenya, you know, things just go viral, but for something like pool, this is something that actually people play in a world-class level out there.
Yeah.
And you can relate to them in a professional level.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, you know, you ever just get like, you know, time, the fans and any, I think you should explore out there.
I definitely
You'll be surprised with, I don't even know how I can explain to you. I think it will change like a lot of the things. You will respect yourself way more once you do that trip. Because now you'll understand, like, you know, the same way we're saying here now, we're playing with like, a certain MP, doctors and engineers.
Certain celebrity.
Yeah. If you find yourself somewhere like Monaco, where 1 out of 3 people are millionaires, dollar millionaire, and you find a pool table, I think the conversation from that day ends
I know.
It ends like this.
Yeah.
So with everything that you're learning, you just learn. And even if it's with, I don't know if snooker is something that you'd be open to like learning as well.
There's actually a tournament, I think, I'm not sure, I think it was supposed to end yesterday. It was being held at Parklands. It's a snooker tournament. With snooker, I think the issue will be the tables are not accessible because the tables are so expensive and they're only in sports clubs. So you have to be a member of a sports club
to enjoy that privilege.
Because the tables gonna cost millions of money. Like,
really?
Unajua meza ni kama meza 3 zile ndogo, like in size. Alafu, like,
I'm guessing it's advanced also, like proper.
Oh my God. Unaimagine meza kama hiyo vile nakwambia ni unagongeshanga kwa hii kameza kadogo. Imagine meza 3 sasa hizo na unafaa upote kwa ile shimo huko.
But that's what I'm saying. You see, like for anything that you're doing, it's all about taking it to the next level.
Yeah.
If it's all about learning and growth,
of course,
it's to be able to just outweigh all the options first of all and know like, okay, sir, even if it's this, I can play it this way because I don't see how like a professional person like you, like Pool Queen, first of all, let's start with it. It's what's the title so that I say
Keruche the Pool Queen.
Keruche the Pool Queen.
Yeah.
Somebody at that level should not be able to access any table they want in this country.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
So in that level, if you have access to all those things, it means you're slowly polishing on your craft. And if you land anywhere internationally, because like at times, yes, we do want advances in our career, but there's only so much that our government can do. It can do this and that. I identify, but at times also like from what we know, even like with long distance runners, at times they don't get like the proper full support that they want. Most runners make most of their money from outside the country, not in the country. So you're sharpening your skills, but that's what I'm saying, like for you, if you ever find yourself in an international space, listen, just save up and do like a Euro trip. You see the way you're doing like a tour around Kenya, nini? Yeah, you do your competitions here and there, nini. Put your funds together. Or not even that. Have you ever tried like just seeing what they have overseas? If maybe you can apply for something and they just fly you out.
Yeah, I'm sure there's those opportunities.
No. Have you ever tried researching?
I have not.
I think that's what you should try and explore as well.
Yeah.
Because Kenya, I can tell you, you will dust it off your hands in a very few years. Because like I can see the way you're interested, the way you're passionate and everything.
Yeah.
But how about now you take us to the next level where now we're seeing like, okay, Keruche there.
And actually, when you get this international recognition, now huku back home,
you're shedding light
so
now
easy.
To all these other people now.
Yes,
Any person who wants to cross over now, it's like, oh, Keruche did it.
Yeah,
so now we want to do it as well.
Yeah.
I mean, and even with that being said now, like how easy is it to get like just even like, let's say sponsorships or funding like as a professional pool player?
Well, so far we cannot really. I cannot say anything about the government because unaweza imagine if this athletes, if these other sports zenye ziko recognized in the country as a party enough funding, you can imagine nani ataangalia pool. So we have like individuals who actually love the sport a lot, like the owner of the pool club that I play in, Mchana Pool Club. He puts tournaments. There are millions of money peke yake without any partnership. Really? So we have such people. Now, for instance, the tournament that we had in Athi at a place called Zazu. The owner of Zazu anaeka tournament and maybe anatafuta friends wake wanaeka do wanaeka tournament just for the fun of it. Like they're just trying to put the sport at a certain place and maybe support pool players when you are normal.
So the brands are not coming into.
So for now we don't have any brands when you wame come in.
How is that even possible?
But there's a time we had, I think, Pilsner Kitambo. I think in primary school.
Wait, since back then there is no other.
I think that was the last one that they did. But now I think. Then there came a problem with the pool and gambling and kama ikaanza kupata a bad name. So brands that is why we are trying to professionalize it so brands can be able to associate with it. Because back then there was that inaharibu watoto hawaendi shule, there's a lot of gambling na sport nini. I think now brands stopped working na na pool.
But even like just to jump on that, you see that, and that's what I'm saying, like even if that's maybe the reason why brands are not coming in, it makes no sense because some of the biggest company, like just look at everyone's like TikTok now, Betika, SportPesa, I know it's all gambling everywhere, first of all. So there's some things that you can't just use as an excuse not to sponsor a sport. Maybe just say, give another reason. But if it's gambling, now you have, and people with access with phones. Kids are gambling in school. Of course. They're on phones like now doing like everything like from SportPesa with their soccer teams and everything. So why not support people who are actually like waking up to go to do like an actual physical sport and they can represent it like on a whole other level.
Yeah.
Because trust me, and even if you think about it, like when it comes to things like gambling, nowadays people gamble, like you have access to gamble for anything. Even for the Olympics, there are like some special like companies that were like, yo, you can bet on this swimmer is going to win and defeat this person. Yeah. You can bet on this boxing fights, all those things.
Well,
so I don't think pool should be.
That might not be maybe the biggest reason why these brands are not working with us. But since I came in like just a few years ago, like maybe 2-3 years ago, I have seen individuals who get money out of their pocket and they put this tournament. So like giving a special shout out to my chairman, JNM. We have Mary 001 from Mombasa. We have Dan from Nakuru. We have Simba from Athi. These are some of the individuals when you may take up, like we are almost sure every single month or every quarter there's something like and something really good.
What are
Unaenda
we
tu
talking
online
about?
kuna-
What are the prize?
over one
minis?
name, like over,
What for the first position?
Well, no, the total prize
Oh, the
fund.
total,
So
like,
utapata
yeah.
maybe a team itapata kama 250. Number one wa men anaweza pata 150. But now like the biggest tournaments zina happeningi at the end of the year, where we have inaitwanga Mchana, the Grand Mchana Open.
Yeah.
That happens at Mchana Pool Club. And
Where's Mchana Pool Club?
ndio hiyo nimesema iko along Gong Road opposite Prestige Mall.
Okay.
Along Gong Road. So the last tournament that we held, it was we hold international tournaments every end of the year, and we are gonna be doing like another one this season. Yeah, this 2025. The last one ilikuwa ya 4 million. We had like 13 countries from across
grand
Africa.
prize or
Yeah,
the nini?
grand prize. I mean, no.
Oh, in totality?
The whole thing. Yeah.
Okay, what's
so
number one taking
number
it
one is
home?
taking like 800K. Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
800K.
But okay. Can I just finish kwanza before at times I interrupt because I don't want to forget nini.
It's okay, go ahead.
So the thing is, I'm saying, you see, with even that 800, I think there's potential for pool players to get funding where like a winner, like every month it's possible to get that 800.
Oh yeah.
Because the money is there.
Yeah.
I don't think we can say that it's not there.
Yeah.
And even it's crazy because like even when we say, I'm talking about sponsorships,
Yeah.
I don't understand how like something like, I'll just mention it, something like Betika maybe is not involved
I know.
I don't understand how, because I've seen them sponsoring some crazy things like on TikTok and people.
Yeah.
So I don't understand how like pool wouldn't be like a no-brainer. And that's like just...
And imagine that is something kama hiyo hizo the Grand Mchana Open series. People come from outside the country, and actually almost all the time ni foreigners wanashinda. Like a team came from Zambia, and they took
how many different countries?
We had 13,
diverse countries?
We had 13 this time.
African.
Okay. But we also have like white guys who play representing their countries. We have this time we had like a West African country represented. We had South Sudan.
Okay.
We have
Lean
Uganda.
towards this side of it. Sorry, yes.
Yeah, we have Uganda all the time. Uganda shows up. We have Tanzania, Zimbabwe, South Africa, Malawi. Yeah, like most of them are African countries.
I want to give you like even another good example, because there's one thing that I think at times we, maybe even as locals, we forget.
Yeah.
That we have a very, very beautiful country.
Yeah.
Very beautiful country.
Yeah.
And for something like pool is, how can I say it? It's for something like Kenya, you can even create like a setup for a tournament anywhere you want.
Yeah.
Think about like how Magical Kenya did the women's golf thing that they do at Vipingo.
Yeah.
Super prestigious, by the way. But most people come from different countries like Germany, I don't know, all these other places.
Yeah.
You know why it's so like it's our country stands out?
Yeah.
Because of like just the beautiful beach, weather,
Yeah.
animals, and all those things.
Yeah.
The same with Safari Rally.
Yeah.
So even if it comes to something like pool, but you know what? Maybe you'll be the person who gets to do all these things.
Yeah.
If I think about it now, it's like you're the person who will be able to do all these things.
Yeah.
If you say like there's a safari kind of pool, whatever thing,
Yeah.
and I'm telling you, like on a worldwide level, you know, those people who are like maybe let's say surgeons in Canada, I don't know where, who play pool.
Yeah.
Then there's a safari, what? Where? In Kenya. Well, I just need to sign up, and then which day? Okay, flights, accommodation, and everything. And then we get to play the tournament where? Surrounded, there are animals here, good weather and everything. Hey, listen.
I know.
Hey.
It's gonna attract like, hey.
I'm just saying, we're just brainstorming. But I think, and that's why like the way you said, like even when it comes to content, when I was asking you and you said like, oh, you know, it's millennials, nini. But that's why, like, for somebody who's like on a different age group, it's up to you to push that creativity because understand, even those people who are not funding it, the way you said, maybe they're slightly old, so they don't see the need for this.
Yes.
But trust me, you do it correctly, the way you're doing it like on social media right now.
Yeah.
Just put a little bit more effort.
Yeah.
I can tell you between 12 months, things, we're having a different conversation.
Yeah.
Do you have any personal brands do you have any brands that have approached you personally, not as a club or anything?
Well, to work with me?
Yeah.
Yeah, not as I wouldn't say. Yeah, there are brands.
You have some that you've partnered with.
Yes.
Okay, then that's good, because
Yeah.
I would have been sure ingekuwa like that would have been blasphemy. Because you have like all this any women's product companies from, you have good skin. I wanted to ask you, like, what's your skincare routine? What the hell is your skincare routine? Hey, your skin is perfect.
Thank you.
So from things like, we see all this Akina CeraVe, we see all these other companies that approach people. Haven't they approached you for anything?
They haven't. Come on.
CeraVe hasn't approached you.
Come on.
Yo, look at her skin,
Come
bro.
on.
But that's what I'm saying. There's some things that I think if somebody is working for companies, also now it's up to you how you do like your content. The same way you have
yourself. How you're gonna position yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because remember, when preparation is just you're preparing for something, even if you don't know what's coming yet.
Yeah.
But you have to be prepared.
Yeah.
So that if they approach you,
when the opportunity meets you,
yes,
you're ready.
Exactly.
You're set to go.
Exactly. Yeah. Because they come to you and tell you like, hey, we have this product by there. You can just like, even mention it. You don't have to do like the skincare, everything.
Yes.
But if you can just mention
because
it when you're doing your videos.
Like your whole community of
they know
people, audience that listens to you, that trusts you. Yeah.
Yes. So you want those good companies when they come to like even something like even Coca Cola hasn't come to you.
Imagine. I used to imagine something like I saw Juicy Fruit do their campaign.
Because you don't drink for one. Okay, but I'm not saying EABL, because EABL will see this and write you a big check. Ati hakunyu ebu write that check. 10 million. So yeah, guys, Guinness.
I saw something like Juicy Fruit. I was imagining, because most guys when we're playing, we are chewing and stuff, and I'm like, Juicy Fruit. I mean, I actually wanted to do something for them, even though they were not gonna pay me or they had not reached out to me. I'm like, this is something. There are things that I see poor people do and use and enjoy using in cooperation with playing the sport. And I'm like, these people, it's now my responsibility to showcase this and show these brands that their products are being used here.
Yeah.
And maybe it would be a good target market for them. For them to like invest and bring over and maybe even sponsor a whole tournament.
Do you know how to shoot and edit?
Yeah.
Okay, listen, all I can advise you is start putting out more content.
Yeah.
If you do that consistently for 12 months and it doesn't work, by there I was lying. Because I think for you, it's going to be so easy.
Yeah.
I know maybe, and at times it's very hard, and I think I'm seeing things that way because I do a lot of things like solo. I'm sure like even when I was inviting you to the podcast, I'm sure you're thinking of the camera crew, a sound guy and everything. I do everything alone. Mm-hmm. So most of my thoughts and other things on how I'm processing things is like, okay, how can I manage to do this?
Yeah.
Because by the time I involve other people, I'm always like, if I'm involving 10 people, then we really need to be something crazy.
Yeah.
But if it's something that I can do by myself, let me do it. And then another thing that we've seen, like just with social media, there's something about just personal branding. It's very, very strong. And companies right now, like Kitambo, it used to be like they have to come through a club and everything.
Yeah.
But if you're standing out as an individual, like there's so much that you can do.
Yeah.
Because, and even think about it, maybe, I don't know if you've experienced it, at times you might have some ideas that you want to introduce maybe to somebody you're working with, you're working for, but they're just not seeing it. And I think it will still boil down to the same way you said it the first time when I asked you about content. You said like, most guys are millennials. It still boils down to that. Yeah. Because they won't have that vision that you have.
They don't see it as we see, because now the digital industry is it right now. Like
this
is where
everything.
to invest in.
Everything. It's everything. So easily, like just pump out more content. It can be entertaining, it can be informative, give people like tips here and there,
teach them the rules and stuff.
It will be just basic, because I've seen like other people do like with what sport, it could be, was it table tennis, just something simple, just somebody's showcasing like just if you want to use the back of the bat, video is like 20 seconds, that's all they've done. So just the phone, good quality audio, and showing like how to just even like if it's spot one ball. Yeah. Don't think that video won't make a difference. I'm telling you, between January to December, things will change.
Yeah.
Those checks will be different.
I know.
Me, I won't ask for commission. I'll just say like, yo, I was saying like, I know it's gonna work. It's gonna work. So I'm not taking it for granted.
I believe in that.
Okay, and another thing, because I know we've already clocked 1 hour, but I still have like a couple more questions.
Yeah.
So now, when you're getting into such like a career path, is it easy for family and close friends to support you when you're doing that, especially knowing that you've studied something completely different, and then now they're saying maybe you're in this pub, maybe here you're playing with Nini.
I know.
Like, will they be fully supportive, or was it really hard for them to accept something like that?
I'm so blessed to have very supportive parents. I had to sit down and explain to them what I was doing, because now when I came to Nairobi and they know I didn't have a job. So back in uni, I actually used to like run businesses. I had a restaurant. I would sell clothes. Nilikuwa tuka hustler. So they know my capability. Nimeenda nikasomea journalism, and they're expecting me maybe to go get a job in a media station or something like that.
KTN, BBC.
Yeah. But I had lost interest in that because I wanted some kind of freedom to explore what I actually loved doing. And now one time we were traveling to Uganda for a tournament, and it was Christmas time, and I had to tell my dad, yo, he didn't know I actually knew even how to play pool. I couldn't do anything. So I now had to tell him, I made a call to him, Daddy, book a chindi, I want to tell you something. So I've been playing pool for 7 years, and I now play professionally, and we're going to Uganda for a tournament. He was like, what?
For all those years and nini.
You know, I would go home for holidays when I was in uni. Alafu ninaenda tu tao mahali. Alafu nakawia unajua pool ni kitu usiku.
Because you can just play, you're just playing.
And he would get so mad, but I will not tell him what I'm doing. I was with my friends, because there was that thing he had about against pool. But now I had to like talk to him and explain it, and he's like, oh, and you're actually making a living out of it?
But that's after how long though?
I know, but it's that I didn't tell him.
6, 7 years.
It's not like he's ever said no to me playing it, but I had never told him. But that moment that I told him that I've been playing pool for this amount of time, he was actually really excited. And he's like, at least one of my kids is in sports now.
No, but what I'm saying is, even as a father, I know maybe at the back of his head he's asking himself, you'd have told me, Ata.
I know.
Why didn't I know this? Because I can vouch for my daughter. Say like, wait, she has a tournament, by the way. So now my daughter is headlining this. You know even when they're talking about with other friends, my daughter is headlining this. He wants to be able to.
You know how excited he gets when I call him all the time when I go for tournaments. I even told him I was going to come to your podcast. And he's like, I told him, Dad, ni tournament ya weekend, I was number 5 and stuff like that. He's like, I believe in you. You know, you've been consistent. Keep doing it. One time, nini zitakuwa he never once like aliniambia ati no, I don't like what you're doing. Even told me, ebu funza brother ko, like start teaching your bro.
That's what I'm saying, because I'd be like, if I knew early, I'm like, we on a waste time. Ebu take him at least to play nini by the ebu go and play something.
So I'm so blessed to have very supportive parents. They always want to know how I performed. When I lose, I call them, they encourage me and stuff. Ikitu ni personal, like when you go to tournaments and you play and every single tournament you go there and you want to win, and someone beats you, inakuuma, and you actually need that support. And do
you feel bad? Do you feel down when like you lose like matches?
What do you mean you feel down?
I'm just asking.
Days I used to cry. Feel down?
So you and the guy was breaking the beer, hakuna difference basi.
No, but me, I just go somewhere and cry and then come back.
Wait.
Because you know,
it's that heartbreaking.
A slight mistake can just cost you the whole game. And you just want to win it and move to the next level. Win it and move to the next level.
Because if you don't go to the next level, you know it's back to waiting.
This time I got eliminated at the quarterfinals, and I'm so sure if I beat the lady that eliminated me, I would have won the tournament. Really? That is how much I beat, because she won the tournament. She beat me.
So all you needed to do is like, if I beat her on this one, I know, sir, I'm done.
Because
I'm
now
good.
like she's very good. She's a tough lady, and I know her capability. And in a tournament tunajuanga class ya kila mtu mali yako. Hakuna vile umejigauge. I know if I'm gonna get to nikipita huyu, if I just get past this lady, I'm just gonna carry the tournament.
Yeah.
And she's so good, and I'm so blessed to play with very competitive ladies.
Yeah.
And that's just it. So I have very supportive friends. I have very supportive people. Reach out and ask, how did it go? They console me, or I'm it's okay. Next time we're gonna support you. So it's amazing. I'm gonna invite you to this environment.
Oh no, invite me. I'm really like, I would want to, because I think the best thing about like the podcast is that it connects me to so many different people.
Yeah.
And I'm also like, another thing with me is like, I'm so interested in so many different things.
No.
So I'm always like, can I, when is it? If it's somebody who's playing like in a concert, it's like, invite me for something, Bana. Like, I think I also hosted one of these guys who's acted this local series. His name is Fiz. He's in Volume, a TV series. Really, really nice. But he was just explaining to me like about, because I had never been interested in like watching local shows. And then before I interview him, because somebody just said like, invite this actor, he's really good.
Yeah.
I'd never seen any of his films.
Yeah.
And then I go and watch the Netflix show. I'm like, what?
Wow.
So even during the interview, I'm like, if you have something, please let me know. Just let me know if there's something National Theatre or something you're doing, because I'm so intrigued, especially like I think being in the arts industry.
Yeah.
You come to understand that people don't get there by luck. These people actually sacrifice a lot of time to perfect any craft that you see somebody's like doing. And then you say like, so I can just play. Because even for me, I'm just saying like in my head, I have to console myself. If I'm playing pool with you, I'm like, there's no way she can beat me. I have to console myself so that I don't cry when you defeat me. I have to build up myself mentally, because I'm like, okay, sir, relax. So that if we're taking it seriously by then, I'm going to play her.
Yeah.
Like, at least let me also put like my best performance and not feel so bad. Like if I lose, I have to understand like, okay, you're playing a professional.
Yeah.
You're not playing an amateur like the way you play with other guys, Nini.
Even with that, in line with that, we were having a conversation with some of my friends and talking about, personally, it's been a journey because I used to lose and the whole weekend would be like terrible for me. Like it was that personal, and being able to overcome that over time, I would get so mad. Like to some extent, one time in a tournament, a lady beat me. I was so mad. Not at the lady. I was so mad at myself. I didn't even handshake her. Like, you're supposed to shake hands after the game. I just left the place. I was crying. I'm emotional. I'm like, why did I do that? Why? And I was beating myself down. And those are some of the things that you learn.
You have to learn. Emotional intelligence as well.
Strength. You have to know like, nime lose. And this is the mistake I made. I'm not going to do it again.
Let me go fix it.
And I'll fix it next time. And those are the things sometimes like Najiambiaga, that was like a 50,000 worth mistake nilifanya pale, but I'm not going to do it again. So I've come a long way. I used to cry when I lose. Now I don't cry anymore. I just feel bad. I am able to congratulate the lady that beat me. Nitawambia, all the best now. Go all the way to the finals. And it's the small wins like that. And I feel like even if you don't win a tournament, there's something that we actually don't lose. You learn. Because now next time, nikikuja kwa hiyo tournament,
you know better.
I know better. And that is the growth. Like, if you see these professionals play, like it's poker face. Hata kama mtu amefanya mistake, utafikiri ilikuwa strategy, si mistake.
You can't see. Ama you'll start thinking maybe he's planning something else. That's why he's put the ball
they
there.
Say, hey, game IQ. So
Okay, so another thing also, when it comes to what I know, when you're playing pool, you can agree or disagree. I would say that you actually need to be physically fit as well. Yeah. Because of bending, nini. So, I mean, is that something that maybe, I know it's ridiculous, but do you exercise physically to just stay in perfect shape for playing?
I would say
sponsorships, potential future partners,
Yeah, I would say I do something to keep fit, especially not even for the physical most of the time, but mental, because you need to be really set here. It's like you're going to war or something. But for us, it's that serious. It's like you're going to war because your opponent could be using every strategy to get to you. They could be making sure there's something called snookering, or yani mtu anakufichia white. And you have to be able to maintain, to be stable like enough in your mind to not lose it. People get mad in a game. Paka wanashika mpira na mkono. So imagine you have to compose
like,
yourself like that. So you see how people go to the gym to just work on their mental health and anger issues and stuff like that. So you also do that. Physically, you will see people of different shapes playing, I would say. Yeah, very huge, small.
I'm saying, you know why I'm saying that? Because now, then again, I'll go to what I have seen on professional level.
Yeah.
Akina snooker, I've never seen a big person playing snooker.
Yeah. Oh,
never. Yeah, because you know all that exactly. Because even and I'm not just saying this at Nikuone like far people. There's a way. There'll be an angle you're supposed to stretch out properly, and trust me.
Kuna shots unaonanga watu wengine hawezi make.
You cannot. You can. Hata kuna hiyo like if you're putting like the cue stick even.
Yeah.
If your stomach or back meat a bit too much, trust you still can't make the same shot.
Yeah.
So
I think we look at it differently. Kuna wase wengine when you wanacheza for fun, of course they don't mind that. But for actually people who want to play it professionally, you will notice there's just a way that they look. Yeah. Because now you are able to stand for a long time.
Even body in any posture, you'll see kind of.
We stand for a long time playing, going around the table. Mtu mwenye kidogo hauko fit, you will not be able to do that. I've interviewed a very, very big names in our industry. Someone like Caesar Chandiga, I remember talking to him, and he's like, before he jogs, every morning before a major tournament, he will go for a jog to make sure that he's good, his breathing is okay, is stable in his mind. Kama kuna any nervousness, ameitoa up in the morning and stuff like that. So there's also that aspect of it.
That's it. Okay, wait, how do you prepare for a tournament? Do you just show up? Or are there some proper rituals you do, like wake up in the morning? I make
sure I have enough rest. That is very important because you're using your mind, you're using your brain to play. It's not just nguvu ya seti ni unatumia nguvu gani gonga hizo mpira. It's not that. You have to think. You have to be able to think. So having enough rest is very key. Very important. Hydrating and of course kufanya tizi. So I'll make sure I've practiced enough. And I'm confident that nimepiga practice enough. And now the night before, I'll make sure I go rest mapema. I have enough sleep. Nikikuja asubuhi na feel you're fresh. You can now be able to think on the table. Yeah.
Okay, and then for pool, I'm guessing, and I'm trying to inquire so that you tell me, like when you're playing, now, I don't know whether I'd say in competitions or just like regular. Is it kept as like girls play girls? Boys play boys? It's a mix of nini? And a tournaments also like unisex? It's like girls tournaments and guys tournaments?
That is a very amazing question. So before we had a quorum for the ladies, like we did have most ladies playing professionally, tulikuwa tunacheza na wanaume. But now we have a tournament inakuanga na 48 ladies and 48 ladies wanna turn up. 32 ladies wanna turn up. So we don't mix up. So there's men's, there's teams, and there's ladies. So we play separately. We have teams like the clubs now.
Teams now. Oh, it's
the clubs
this
now
team
come,
against.
Yeah, this
and
team
they put their best people forward.
Yeah, five each. So you're gonna play all the 5 players on the other side, and so each one has to play.
Each of the 5 players have to play each of the 5 players of this other team.
Yes.
And that will include both men and women.
But now for the ladies, because we're not so many, we don't have a quorum for the teams yet. But now we play only the singles. But for the men, tumefika level yenye tuko na 16 teams plus. So it's actually first come, first served.
So why do you think maybe something like a pool can't just be like because it's skill level, why can't it be like just unisex?
Number one, our skill level ladies na men iko different because the men have been playing longer. They've been playing longer. They've been playing in the tournaments longer. So we are still, I know, like kama on a personal level, I know kuna watu wenye ninaweza piga like the men najiaminia, like wenye najiaminia najua tukiweka kwa meza pamoja.
The pros.
Well, the pros, I won't.
Okay, regular guys like, or the pros like who play?
Like with the pros who play, if you play really well with them, you can get a game or something. You can get a game. But for them, what I'm saying is skill level, they are here and we are still here. Because
that's something I wouldn't know. I would think just
skill
like,
level, they're here and here. Because when you're watching the men play professionally, someone will visit the table once and clear the table and win the frame. For us ladies, you might visit mara kama 4 before we win. Ana mara 6, which is boring for the guys to watch, I would say. because can you imagine watching a game yenye unakuja unagongesha straight shot, right? Na kuna game wanaume huko mtu anaweka complicated shot and it's amazing to watch, it's entertaining to watch.
There's so much skill level be showcased.
Yeah. So we are still not yet there to be able to but when you go to these international tournaments, you someone from, for instance, the Hayball, the Chinese one, they play with the ladies, and the ladies actually beat the men because the skill level
is really good.
They're really good. So, to an extent, like I think there's a comp a lady won, alipigana umewote kwa hiyo competition na akashinda. So tukifika hapo skill wise, and now they have to start wakiwa young. At least kukwe na hiyo balance.
True. And I think when you're young, you know, like there's so many things that you're not thinking about bills, food or nini. If it's sharpening your skills, that's where you're just focused on.
And there's always something new to learn about pool. Like hakuna hata professionals, there's always something to learn about pool. But the most important thing I would say is the basics zinakuanga like the gold. You need to know like the basics za pool ndio zinakuanga the most important thing kumaster kwa meza. Sometimes ukikuja na mastingo kali mtu anacheza simple shots anakupiga like
okay, what are the basic shots and mastingo ni ama it's that one I've said
siata kuweka. Unajua kuna mali white inaweza kuwa positioned and you can't be able to play it like this, so you have to like put the cue a certain way.
So or like if the person and hide the ball like behind like another nini. So that
kuna simple shots I would say is like maybe the manipulation of the white ball, the cue ball control, inaitwa cue ball, the cue ball control. Someone will a player may want to be extra with how they manipulate the white ball to entertain the crowd. Na kuna mse mwenye anachezanga tu normally. If I need to pot this mpira, I just pot it and pot the next one. Kuna mtu anataka kufanya kuna vitu zinaitwa draw back, ma spin, left English.
Like the ball.
So sometimes it's in our coast. So you have to have the balance, know when I'm going to apply this, when I'm not going to, when it's necessary. So you utapata senyo kona if you know how to balance all those things, basics, you know when to play this, you know how to control the cue ball, you know how to maintain your composure is number one thing in pool.
Number one.
The moment you're distracted, the moment you're tensed, the moment you're overexcited, you're done.
Really? Now you see, for us, okay, I mean, it's just interesting. Okay, and then
because you see someone play an amazing, crazy shot, the whole arena would go crazy, screaming. Alafu ana miss black. Like black, maybe in any state, aweki.
It's obvious, yani. Like that's an obvious shot, and then he still misses
and that is now with the composure. Now you have to really know how to control your...
Okay, and then another thing, like, where do you get, like, just your... maybe source of information? Are you somebody who goes to seek for skills and tips maybe online? Mentorship maybe? Is there a podcast listening for like pool people? Like, where do you get like just maybe like new ideas on how to just self-improve in what you're doing?
On that question, I'll give a special shout out to my personal trainer and coach, John Chalo, also known as JC. So he's the one that has been training me a lot, and he's been playing for a long time, for a while. So I'm learning most of the things from him, like control the cue ball and knowing there's also something called a pattern. You uwezi tu cheza, unaonanga saa ingine kuja kwa professional setup. Utapata kuna mpira iko kwa shimo na kuna mpira imelala kwa cushion pale. Professional hawezi endea mpira iko kwa shimo. But ama chatapot ile kwanza juu ni rahisi.
Cause ile za
si tunaanza na ninaenda. So in the professional setup mtu ako like I'm gonna deal with my problem balls first. Ile iko kwa cushion ni ngumu kuipot. So I need to deal with that first before I go to this one. So there is also like online, there is a lot of coaches also. There is a lot of things to learn. Squeezy online, you can get anything. You can get anything, and actually you can get access to the best players. Unapata wana train uko for free. There's YouTube channels. But most importantly, mimi may utilize resources za wase wako around me, because it's easier when this person is actually there in person to tell you, do this, do that, do this. So there's people who played for a while when you wako around me that I learn from, but also learn stuff from online.
Okay, another thing also as well, Because I always try and balance my conversation: health, wealth, love, and happiness. And we've talked about like everything that you can think of on there.
Yeah.
Now, when you're in such an industry, is it easy for you to meet someone, like let's say a partner, and why are you laughing? It had to come. Okay, it had to come up.
Shoot.
Is it easy for you to meet someone, and even like, will you date someone like in the same industry, or you'd prefer somebody who's in a completely different industry? And even if you're in, like, let's say a relationship, how easy is it for your partner to understand? Because like I've said, like now this is also like an industry that's a majority of men, and it also involves like the nightlife.
Even I would speak on a personal level, and even from the experiences of other ladies, because these are conversations that you tuna have. Sometimes people don't show up to tournaments. Unasikia bwana yake alikataa.
Yeah, exactly.
Bwana yake
Exactly.
Ama they've just given birth and they have like a newborn, something like that. But the most important thing, even in any industry, I would say, is having a supportive partner. It doesn't matter whether they're in the same industry with you or not. But now for hours, they really need someone that understands that your industry require you being outside most of the time at night.
Yeah,
they have to understand that, because I've had interactions before.
For sure.
I've had interactions with men or people that are interested in having a relationship with you, and they're like, Kwani, like, how much money are you making from this? I could pay you to not go.
But that's not the thing.
But I know. Someone will be like, sinikulipe tu siende.
Tournament, how much?
I've actually had an interaction also with someone that I was dating that actually went a mile ahead to learn the sport, so they can be able to enjoy being in the same environment with me.
Or even when you guys are just outside somewhere.
So there's different people. So for an individual, it's for you to see like ni nani anakusupport, because it will be hectic for you to have someone that is always on your case. Uko nje, you're playing pool, but ukipata mse anakuunderstand tu, like, this is your sport and you're actually doing it professionally. You will do it professionally. Like, hakuna kitu kingine tunafanyanga huko nje. We are always stressing.
Because imagine the way you're saying, like, everything. And I'm always trying to tell people, like, even for my case, just as a creative, the one thing that I always like protect a lot is just like my mind. Anything, you can even pinch me, hurt me physically, but my mind, if it's not right in what I'm supposed to do, like let's say I had a partner maybe who had frustrated me, like let's say last night, and I'm here seated with you trying to do like the interview, I'd be probably projecting things from her towards you.
I know.
But I would be like, hey, Mona, why is this guy being hostile? Why is he asking me about like women cheat? Me, I'm talking about my partner who's frustrated me the whole night.
Who's cheated on you?
Having drama.
Like, no, all women are cheaters.
All Kenyan women cheat.
Players.
Paka will be like, hey, where is this coming from?
Who hurt you?
Kumbe, it's just because of the situation somebody has been in. And you can only imagine somebody coming to a tournament, maybe that they're supposed to play like probably from like 7 till like maybe I don't know how long it takes. Maybe
it takes for these big tournaments we take like 3 days.
3 days.
So I travel to Mombasa, and
so
I'm there for 3 days.
Your mind is not right because your partner back at home is just stressing.
I know.
I'm a call.
And I think most
text.
people actually go through that because sometimes utapata kuna wase already maybe they are married and they were not serious with the sport when they were getting married, and now they're spending most of their time outside. You'd hear people, maybe there's just a lot of things going on, but it's also amazing. There are couples, like there are real actual couples who play together,
playing
in the same industry or in the same club also. So it's amazing, but the story is gonna change as time goes, because the more professional the sport becomes, the more respect it's gonna get. And if you're actually making money from it, mtu ata respect mali unatoa pesa. Because same thing with artists. Kuna watu wenye wana go through a lot, like as an artist, mtu anakuambia I'm a DJ, let's use a DJ. DJ sema mahusiano ya DJ. Mahusiano ya DJ ni normal. But it's difficult to explain to someone that is interested in you with whatever you're doing, because I've gotten nimepata like wase wengi wako zile za especially girls wako like, no, I don't appreciate you being in an environment and kuna wanaume wengi, and I'm like, that is where the conversation inaishia. Number one, you have to support what I do. This is what I do for a living. I'm professional about it, And in any industry, if I choose to be in a relationship, then nime choose kukua in a relationship. Haijalishi mahali nitakuwa. Kwani si hata walimu wanafanya vitu. Si anaenda shule. Si in any industry.
Even pastors, we see it everywhere.
Exactly,
So
we see it everywhere. It's about you choose your person, you choose your struggle. Like, yeah, if I'm gonna make it to come support you at night, I'll make it. But bure, kama nisipo make it, I'll swallow the hard pill na nilale peke yangu hiyo usiku.
So now are you in a relationship now?
Yeah, I am in a relationship.
Okay. Is it somebody like who plays pool as well, or just somebody who's in a different? Hey, you blinked like 70 times in 10 seconds. Like
Unajua tu ninapendwa, mimi niko sawa, ninaenjoy.
Okay,
so supported fully.
Oh, but somebody who understands what you're doing.
Well, I can say like I have very supportive people around me.
That's good.
They support me in what I do, and they are there for me when I need them. And I think that is the most important thing above everything else.
Okay, and then now for somebody like you, and understand, hey, we have to talk about you. Hey, listen, because if I don't ask them now, and then next thing you know, you're signed to a pool like club or somewhere in Dubai or Abu Dhabi, I won't get you to ask these questions.
Yeah.
So, like because I know you've said you don't drink, right?
Yeah.
That's like one of like a really good attribute. And I think a lot of people, as men, they always kind of find themselves playing pool and drinking. They always mix the two socially.
Yeah.
So I don't know if at professional level you'll meet people who actually still, they have to drink when they're playing.
No. At professional level, you can't do that.
Okay, then that's interesting.
So you have to be sober when you're playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But haven't you seen or heard those people who are like, apparently they are good?
Of course.
When they drink, that's when... No, listen. I've seen people, I'm always like, people are crazy because somebody says that if they don't drink and they hold the pool stick, their hands will be shaky.
Yeah.
But if they sip and they hold the pool stick,
those people are there.
Am I lying?
No, wako.
They exist, right?
Wako.
Okay.
And it's actually a struggle, and ndio maana kunahitajika tu wako ka discipline. But for an individual who wants to do it professionally, just zoea kucheza bila. If you get an opportunity to go play abroad, you will not be allowed.
True.
If they sense umetumia anything, just like wasenyona nini ingi. What is this called? When athletes go to play and they're tested, the doping thing. It's almost like that. Vile umesema kuna wasenye wasipokunywa they are shaking and they have to kunywa kitu ndio wacheze vizuri. So it's important to learn to play without drinking, but obviously there are people.
It's because if I think at any moment where we've been close to a pool table, it was
there were drinks involved.
Drinks were involved. 100%. And I think like now most people will be like, when somebody becomes a good player, but now they forget that they actually play that way and they're already used to associating pool and alcohol to a point that they can't separate the two.
True.
And then now you go meet professionals who are coming, they're sipping water and just looking at you. Everything is clear cut. If they're potting the ball there, there no clouded judgment or whatsoever. Okay, and then now back to like just even the relationship thing. I just I'm not going to too many details, but what's like a typical like just date night for you with like a partner, somebody who likes? Would you want something different, or you'd want like the date night to include something like pool?
Well, it's most times I would love that we would do something intimate, like something maybe a dinner date or something. But at least the night will be amazing if we end up doing something on the pool table as well.
Pool will still be at the back of your head.
Yes,
it's like, okay, after dinner,
I enjoy doing
after dinner, at least let's go and play a car. One or two.
One or two, yeah. So pool is a really, really big part of my life right now. And I actually thought, when I was deciding to do this like full time, I said I'm going to do it with everything that I have, with all my strength, everything that I have, because this is the time I have. I'm not married. I don't have kids. So it's the best time to invest in this sport right now, because Then I see the people that are in marriage or maybe have kids.
And how
They
it affects,
struggle.
it's not easy for them to do the same way.
And now keep in mind, this is what I do for a living. There are people who also have like the 9-to-5 jobs. They can't be able to travel.
9 to 5, marriage, and then
kids.
there's kids,
It's
and then
so hard.
Impossible by
It's
then.
hard. So I am taking my sweet time to enjoy doing this thing full time.
Yeah.
I even talked to my parents that like, mimi sina haraka yote ya kwenda mahali. I am gonna enjoy this sport.
Yeah.
Take my time, make an impact in the sport for myself, make money out of it, create a brand, build a brand. Because this is what I want to do actually long term.
I think you have a very great opportunity, first of all, like not even with club, just to create like your personal brand. I think you have a really big personality that's not showcased like on your social media.
Yeah.
I think that's the unfortunate part for me.
Yeah.
Because at times, like for people who love content, I'd be like, hey, and I say that at times with a lot of us, like, hey, how comes she hasn't posted this?
Yeah,
how comes I haven't seen her like, prepping like how does she choose like the pool sticks? How does she make sure like the balls are nini? Do you pick the long nini cue sticks or like the short? Like all those things, like how do we know?
Yeah.
But it's just because like as somebody who consumes content, I'm just intrigued and I'm like, yo, it would be nice if I could see her doing this.
Yeah.
If she could take us behind the scenes with this. And even at times, it doesn't really need to be like crazy production.
I know.
At times, it's the simple videos.
Yeah,
you might think it's simple, the same way you say like you posted something and then you just see like going viral.
Yeah.
But people just want something that's slightly different. So I think
this is for sure is going to be like how many jumpstart.
Yeah.
And you're for sure going to see like amazing content uko nje about pool because I have I have supportive friends who are also like creatives and they always talk to me like wananiambia, please do this. I have a friend of mine who owns this it's a company called Q-Crib. She now has like pool merchandise. She makes stuff. This is the 8 ball, the black ball.
Yeah.
This is what determines whether you may win.
You
have to pot this.
Yes.
Yeah, so I have a very supportive community around me, and this conversation is definitely going to be like a jump starter. Like.
I think, because like also there's something that I always do with people like when they come to the podcast, and it's just showing them the importance of like personal branding.
Yeah,
you see, like even let's say your friend has like merchandise, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what does she have like a name for the
Q-Crib, yeah.
Q-Crib, right?
254, yeah.
Okay, so now like I think maybe if you followed like content creators abroad, they always sell like merchandise. Like always just a thing that they do.
Yeah.
Now let's just say like for now I can see from I don't want to say like the total for your Instagram followers because maybe by the time this is coming out you'll have like a different number.
Yeah.
But just with the Instagram following that you have, let's just say typically if you had like, let's say, because people nowadays with personal branding, you can get like 100K, like even on the lower side. Like you have influencers with 100 and they're just people, regular people, not that crazy.
Yeah, crazy celebrities.
Akina Ajib have crazy numbers.
Yeah.
But let's just say you have like 100K followers. Like let's say both on TikTok and Instagram, right? Now I want you to open like your calculator and I just show you something, the power of personal branding and just connecting with people and how important it is.
Yeah.
Is your calculator open?
Yes.
So let's say you have like maybe, do you have bracelets? Do you always put on bracelets? Or
yeah.
No? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's say you have bracelets that are tailor-made for you. Maybe like one of the bracelets is. And like I told you, as a creative, I always come up with ideas.
Yeah.
So these are nice bracelets that have been tailor-made and everything. But you know how you always have like this 2 beads.
Yeah.
It's like now the 2 8 balls.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that already symbolizes pool and maybe like now, a pool queen.
Yeah.
So one bracelet, if you were to sell it to like your followers, what do you think is the best price that every single person can afford from different classes and everything? They're following you, they love you, they want to support like what you're doing because merchandise, you always have something.
Yeah.
How much would you sell the bracelet for?
Let's say 500 bob.
500.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say if you have 100,000 followers, how many people do you think would buy the bracelet?
Let's say 1,000.
1,000.
Or 10,000. from their
10,000 is crazy. So let's go with 5,000.
5,000.
Okay, so do the math and tell me how much it is.
2.5 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the importance of personal branding.
Yeah.
So we've gone with just 5,000 people.
Yeah.
So meaning even if we go with less, we go to 2.5, we still get 1M, 1 point something.
Yeah.
And you've said at the end of the year, how much does, the winner who's waited the whole year get?
1 million, let's say 1 million for the whole year. And you can actually,
Okay. And this one is through selling what?
Just a bracelet.
Yeah. Not t-shirt, not nini, bracelet. So, and I'm saying bracelet because like, even if, let's say people have bought and then you say like, okay, maybe at the end of the month is when like my rider will do the drop-offs. Like, but for now we're just taking orders, organizing everything. And then maybe after every 2 weeks, even if you're sending out like 1,000 bracelets, that rider is doing like, that trip is only for 1 day.
I know.
Because he can even put the bracelets kwa those big jackets now.
I know.
And then aende akipeana. Yeah. Like, okay, this one is yours, this one is yours.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the importance now of personal branding.
Yeah.
Because like, even for my case, I can't say I have like crazy followers. But it's just like my social media is what has put me in the position that I'm in now.
Yeah.
Interacting with different people, learning about different things.
Yeah.
So just understand the power that you have in your hands.
Yeah.
And the difference it can make in your career as well. Because as much as we're waiting for corporates to come and help us,
we have to do the hard work.
We also have to do the hard work for yourself. So you can only imagine if you're having a conversation in a meeting and you in that meeting, you're like, yo, this is what my bracelets bring me at the end of the month. This.
Now imagine if you collaborate.
No, not even that.
Yeah.
So now if that person from advertising comes and tells you like, we wanted to give you 150 Gs. You're like, my bracelets, like, 200 people, if they buy bracelets, I have how much here?
I know.
Exactly.
You now get more bargaining power.
So yeah, your bargaining power is different. And you also put yourself in a different scale, like just as a person, because now if you hear there's a tournament that people are signing up maybe in Dubai, in Italy.
You are able to actually get yourself
You book your own flights.
Yeah.
You're going.
I know.
Because the prize money is how much?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
And you can even go for exposure reasons.
Exposure, exposure. And just say like, yo, a Kenyan participated like in a whole pool tournament somewhere in Monaco, Romania, all those countries. So don't take personal branding for granted.
Yeah.
And then also another thing is like also with social media, especially for girls, it's very, very easy to clock those numbers if you just put a little bit of effort. For guys, it's different. I won't lie to you. As we do have to put in like a lot of work. For girls, as long as you can speak to people, you're
well put together.
You are, right?
Of course.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Just a little bit more extra effort, and you got this already.
Yeah.
So I mean, I have nothing but respect for what you're doing.
Thank you.
And I wish you nothing but the best in your journey.
Thank you so much.
And I hope we do get to do that.
I know.
That pool challenge.
Yeah.
So I'll just figure out like when you're free or something, and then maybe I can do like a little bit of content on my end.
Yeah.
If you want to do something, maybe practice, maybe any tips that you might need to maybe ask me about doing content as well.
Yeah.
You can ask me because I think we can also brainstorm as we're doing like the match. Of course, I know I'll win, and even if I lose, just know it's because I let her win because it's just the right thing to do. I have sisters, I have a mother. I have to be like considerate about.
How many times we hear that as ladies in our industry? I will not let it. I will not let you. I will not let you. I will not let you. I think ndio nakuanga hasira. Mtu anakuambia sijui ama ati mtu anakupiga kibati mbaya. Alafu anaanza kusema ama unampiga na anasema sikuwa nataka asikie vibaya.
I have to look out for your feelings. Plus unajua mtu anasemaje? I watched that podcast episode and you said you can actually cry if you feel bad.
Oh,
so
no.
so after watching that, I had to let you win. I can't just make somebody cry for no reason
No,
on
I
a
no
normal
longer
weekday.
cry. What I actually do these days is make people cry. Niliacha kulia.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I think we've actually outdone ourselves. We've done we've clocked 2 hours already. So that's I think that's a really good portion. I don't think you've ever sat down to do content for that long. So this is a challenge.
and it's amazing because it's effortless.
You don't even see the time go.
No. Actually, I was looking at it because I had not seen the time there, and I was like, I wanted to make 15 minutes. How long has it been? So it's been amazing. I really want to appreciate you inviting me over here to talk about what I love doing. And for all the other people who are doing content, we can collab and talk about this thing because we want people to understand the sport. We want more people to appreciate the sport and look at the sport differently. Yeah. So I am down to do any content na watu wenye wanataka ku reach out kufanya content na mimi enye inahusiana na pool. I will gladly do that. And thank you so much. Ndio maana hata when you reached out, I was like, yeah, let's do it. Can't wait to come. So it's been amazing, and this is what I want to do. This is what I enjoy doing, and I also can see that whatever you're doing here is what you love doing.
Yeah.
And thank you for giving people space, people who are passionate about things. And I feel like there's nothing as amazing as burning passionately for something in this life. Yeah. It's like finding your purpose, not living aimlessly. So it's amazing what you're doing. You're giving people a platform to tell people what they're doing. Keep it up, man. Like, it's amazing. I would one time maybe we would be able to have like a pool podcast, and we can be able to bring people on board. And
I think that's why I'm saying, you see, you're creative, so you already envision these things. That's why I'm saying.
Yeah, so I can talk about different experiences. Yeah. I normally, like, there's so much talk about. Ukikuja kwa nini yetu, utakuja alafu utawaambia. Utakuja tu alafu utawaambia. Ndio wao wase waache kuona ni kama tunachachisha sana. Pool is very interesting. Kama kuna kitu unataka kuanza kulearn sahi, ama una feel like there's nothing to do, ama uko na a lot of free time on your hands, learn a skill. Just learn a skill, take up a hobby or something, and I think it makes things easier. Like 9 to 5 is stressful. There's a lot of problems in this world. Just find something to cool off your mind kidogo. I think it makes life more interesting and fun.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, at times the same way you've said that you're going out to try and explore so many other different things, but there was something that's right here in front of you that you're not paying attention to.
Do you know, in uni I did almost every other thing. Mi nilikuwa msanii, nilikuwa na rap, nilikuwa naimba, nilikuwa na skate, nilikuwa nacheza bake, nilikuwa nacheza tennis. Like
everything.
Like I did everything, and I'm so glad I'm also a very curious person, as you said you are. So it kind of like allows you to be out there and explore and want to
different
know
things.
Ukiniambia the most complicated thing, I want to listen. I want to know. Like,
you want to know how is this possible?
How is this possible? How do you do this? How do you do that? Which is amazing. And I think even for the people that feel like they're introverted or something, find something. Like, unasikia there's someone that plays video games and goes to Saudi Arabia to even play with really noble men of this planet. It's amazing. So a very small thing could take you to spaces, and I appreciate you being able to encourage me and motivate me. Kunako kapush, and I'm gonna take this conversation as a jumpstart to doing my content seriously.
I think you have so much potential that, because I see people getting like brand deals for literally just chilling. They don't, not in a bad way. Like, I'm just saying, like,
with the least effort.
With the least effort, no crazy skills or anything. But now you have somebody who has actually skill, can talk,
I know,
and they look good. Hey.
Thank you.
That's that combo, that exactly. Like, for any brand to just come in and be like, hey, listen, we have this. And you see how nowadays, like, brands are just throwing packages to everyone and stuff. I think with just what you've created in that lane, do your content, like, you'll be rewarded in so many different ways. It will scare you.
Guys, get ready.
It's scary.
Because I'm coming. I'm coming in hot.
You want to start sending, like, your parents, like, these crazy presents. Like, hey, Dad, you said you wanted nini?
I know.
Hey, siblings, you said ulikuwa unataka
I know. Yeah.
And now even for them they'll be like, have you seen mtoto wa nani who's playing nini? Unaona?
I know.
Nyinyi wote ndeni mkacheze hapo. Tokeni hapa. So those are the things, and I think it's just interesting to be in the times that we're in, because we are creating new paths for so many different people behind us.
Yeah.
And at times we don't even realize what we're doing. But trust me, like there's so many girls who are looking at your journey, so you can't disappoint them.
I know.
There's no room
now
for
it
you
becomes a huge responsibility,
It
because
is.
now so many eyes are watching you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think one of the best things, like, just don't touch alcohol. The same where you are right now.
Yeah. Maintain.
That, just maintain. Evo.
I'm so glad, like, I made that decision, because I had access to that, like even in uni. Hakuna mtu atakuchapa ukikunywa. I would have just gone in and started trying it ama kwanza kukunywa, but it's a personal decision I made. I don't have any problem with people who drink and everything, but from my personal experiences, I just decided it would be best for me to just be sober. I am a very, very bold person. I don't need any kind of stimulants to make me bold. I love dancing. I could just break out a dance like anywhere. I feel like niko already high on life, like even in my sober state. So it's amazing. And even in cooperation with what I do, I think it's the best thing. You actually need to be very, very focused to actually get where you're going. And also building a brand, I think it would be amazing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Amazing. Of course, I don't know how the EABL partnership will come along, but
it will come along, because now the people that the community around me, of course, ni wase wanapenda sherehe and everything, and we need to actually the biggest sponsor of pool in Uganda is a beer company.
Okay.
The Nile.
No, and even if you think about it, like it's for people who are coming to watch, they can drink. It's never about
it's not about me. It's not about me. It's about the people we are reaching out to. How many people can Keruche the Pool Queen get on our product?
Yeah.
I think that is the main concern.
True.
Yeah, so it's amazing. Pia watu wa soda, I mean, like.
There's a Coca Cola check can be really proper.
I know.
But I see you going places. So just stay focused. I think you have less distractions around you, and you're just super passionate about something that's very, very unique. So I think that's just a no-brainer. I think you stay your course, you'll be rewarded heavily.
Thank you so much.
So I wish you nothing but the best. We have to say goodbye, and I think I'll just love to call you back for maybe a part 2 after a couple of months. Yeah. So you go explore, you do your thing. And of course, now you'll be held accountable if you don't post content.
Yeah. We'll review this and we'll see mali tulianzia na mali tutako. I promise you, it's going to be different. Okay, guys. So tell people where they can find you, and then I'll hit the queue for so you can find me on TikTok at Keruche, and then on Instagram, it's _Keruche. Also Facebook at Keruche, and also on YouTube, you can also watch my videos at Keruche, the Pool Queen.
Proper.
Yeah.
So guys, till next time, we have to say goodbye. The Kisscapades podcast is your gateway to holistic growth and personal transformation. Together we'll unlock the secrets to living a life of health, wealth, love, and happiness. So make sure to tune in every week and join us as we explore the essence of what it means to truly thrive. And lastly, show us some love and support in our social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, basically all the social media platforms that support podcasting will definitely be there. Even with the short clips and reels, you can find us there. And lastly, don't be shy with feedback, suggestions, or any questions that you might have in regards to the episodes or our podcast. It's the Kisscapades podcast. Goodbye.